Introducing your 2011 AAA Blues. Defenseman. Number 2, Patrick Komodowski. Defenseman. Number 7, Hutch Rubis. Forward. Number 9, Tyson Boyer. Defenseman. Number 10, John Peterson. Defenseman. Number 11, Malachi Smith. Defenseman. Number 12, Linus Brooks. Forward. Number 13, Brandon Bauer. Forward. Number 16, Braden Harris. Forward. Number 17, Jackson Giorgio. Defenseman. Number 19, Emerson Minimin. Forward. Number 21, Mason Blanchard. Forward. Number 27, Grant Fugner. Forward. Number 29, Ian Bowers. Goalie. Number 30, Max Stutzer. Goalie. Number 31, Luke Scannapieco. Forward. Number 66, Braden Schneider. Forward. Number 85, Gordon Crowley. Forward. Number 88, Luke Wessel. Forward. Number 91, Jonathan Zilm. Forward. Number 93, Ben Spatansky.
Okay, let's go.
Good afternoon, Blues fans. We are live here in Chicago, Illinois at the Arctic Ice Arena for the Blues' third game of the Tier 1 Elite Showcase. Blues have started 2-0 to this showcase with wins over the Milwaukee Junior Admirals and the Indy Elite. Today they'll be taking on Fox Motors out of Detroit. Blues are getting final instruction from the bench, and we'll be back to get this game underway here shortly. And we are ready to get this one underway. Blues are going to start with the Giorgio Boyer Zelm line up front. Brooks and Smith will be the defensive duo. Face off, one back to Brooks. He gives it to his partner Smith. Smith sends it forward, hits the skate of a Motors player, and is turned back over. Blues have to bring it back. Stutzer plays it to Brooks as it went all the way on net. Brooks reverses in the corner, reverses again. Goes behind the net for his partner Smith. Smith reverses, brings it out near side, goes up to Zelm. Zelm give and go pass for Giorgio. Giorgio brings it in, flips it over the defender into the corner. Boyer gets to it, pass in front to Zelm, and Zelm buries the one-timer from the slot to put the Blues up 1-0, 30 seconds into this matchup. So Zelm from Boyer and Giorgio. Blues lead 1-0. No change in personnel for the Blues up front. They are going to send out Komodowski and Miniman on defense. Center ice faceoff will be taken by Giorgio again. Faceoff is won by the Blues. Boyer brings it near side. He flips it into the zone. Blues going on the forecheck. Giorgio battles behind the net. Fox Motors turns away from him. They're going to bring it out. They send it far side. Pass is deflected to the lead man. He's going to put it in deep. Blues go behind the net to chase. Miniman gets there, gets knocked off of his stick. Now there's a battle in the corner. Miniman grabs the puck, sends it over to the far side boards. Fox picks that up. They pick it behind the net. They try to go in front. Hits a skate, goes to Boyer. Boyer, far side, hits Miniman. Miniman brings it through the neutral zone. He's going to dump it in deep as the Blues forwards are changing. Here comes Bauer. Crowley and Bowers on the ice. They get in on the forecheck. Fox Motors brings it out. They flip it far side. He grabs it at the Blues blue line. He chips it, but it goes right to Komodowski. He goes over to Miniman. Miniman back to Komodowski. He goes up to Bauer. Bauer brings it in. He's got Crowley going down low. Gets him the puck. Crowley takes it behind the net into the near side corner. Reverses. He puts it off the glass behind the net. Bauer's going to go forecheck that corner. Puts it down low for Bowers. Bowers skates it behind the net. Brings it to the corner, goes off the boards to Smith. Long shot, hits a Fox Motors player in front. Picked up by Bauer. He takes a shot, pad saved by the Fox Motors goalie. So he had to make a heads-up save there. Puck comes out to the point, shot on by Smith. Another save, another rebound by Bowers picked up. Shot deflects off a player, comes all the way to the blue line. Brooks puts it in deep for Crowley. Crowley chips it to the corner. Fox sends it right back up, and here they come into the neutral zone. They flip it far side. That's picked off by Smith. He's going to skate it back in. Blues start a line change. Shot goes on net. Another save. Fox Motor grabs it. Schneider holds at the line as he just got in. He goes around to the outside, gets around another man, tries to get to the front to Smith. It's just out of his reach. Fugner picks it up. He's going to take it behind the net. Sends it out to the point, goes right in between the defensemen, and that's going to come all the way down to Stutzer, who's going to settle it for Peterson. Peterson's going to bring it out near side, goes up for Harris. Harris chips it to Fugner. Fugner puts it in deep. Schneider and Fugner going on the forecheck. Schneider takes the puck away, sends it to Harris. Harris takes it down low. He gets tripped. He gets the puck out to the point to Brooks. Brooks to Miniman. Miniman shot towards the net, pad save, pushed into the near side corner. Smith grabs it, puts it, or that's Harris, puts it behind. Fugner sends it to Miniman. Miniman's shot hits a skate. Then he holds it in at the line as they try to clear the next time. They're going to bring it out. They send it back into their own zone. Harris gloves it down, puts on the stick, brings it, shot backhand over the net. Fugner picks up the loose puck, gives it back behind the net to Harris. Harris out to the point to Brooks. Brooks, long shot, hits a shin pad. He gets it right back. He's going to skate it in. Schneider picks it up. He goes behind the net for Fugner. It's going to go all the way around to the point to Miniman. He puts it back down low for Fugner. He takes the body. Harris comes in, helps, and pushes it deeper. Fox Motors comes away with it. They try flipping it out. That gets blocked down. They're going to go far side through Schneider's legs, and here they come now. They put it in on net, and oh boy, puck mishandled by Stutzer in the crease, and had two Fox Motors players on him with the loose puck, so he just had to drop and cover it. That would have been one of those ones that you don't want to go back and watch had that snuck by. I think Stutzer would have been kicking himself for that one. Blues send out Spatansky, Blanchard, Wessel up front. Komodowski, Miniman continuing on defense. Komodowski and Smith on defense. Fox Motors controls after the face-off. They try to put it in front. They get it to the side of the net. Stutzer grabs it, pushes it down, and holds on to it and takes another whistle. No change in personnel for either team. Defensive zone face-off will be to Stutzer's right. Face-off won by the Blues. Malachi Smith has it knocked off of his stick. Fox Motors puts it right through the slot, goes off their man's stick. Shot from the point, deflects on. Good heads-up save by Stutzer there as Komodowski gives it to Spatansky, who leads mans it to Wessel. Wessel goes around the last person. Spatansky picks up the loose puck in the corner. He takes it behind the net. He gets hit, but holds the puck there with his skate as Blanchard comes in to help him out. Blanchard comes away with it, brings it out to the side. He circles. He gives it to Spatansky. Quick one-timer. That's a pad save. And Wessel picks off the clearing attempt. He has the puck. He puts it in deep. Spatansky's going to let it go all the way around to Komodowski on the far boards. He goes back down to Spatansky. Back to Komodowski. He skates it to the near side corner. He gets hit. It's knocked off. They flip it up over Malachi Smith's head, and he has to race for that puck. He gets there first, but he goes down. Gets the puck to Komodowski anyways. Puck sent far side to Wessel. Wessel chips it around, and that's going to go all the way down, but they call off icing as Fox Motors was changing and went right through the skates. They're going to bring it back through the neutral zone with speed. Zilm pushes him to the outside. Rubis picks up the loose puck. He flips it off the glass. That's gloved down by Fox Motors. They take it behind the net. Fox Motors player goes down. Puck goes to Boyer. Boyer's pass to Peterson hits his skate, and then Giorgio picks it up, sends it all the way down. And one ref waved off icing. The other one decided to call it anyways. And that was the right call. Giorgio, Zilm, Boyer up front. Rubis, Peterson on defense. Face-off won by Fox Motor. Boyer tried to get there to break up the zone play. Fox Motors retains control. They send a shot towards the net, hits something, goes just wide. Boyer gets the puck, goes to Rubis. Rubis going to bring it through the neutral zone, tries to hit Zilm on a seam pass. It's picked off, and Fox Motors puts it back in deep for Peterson to chase down in the far side corner. He skates it behind the net. He goes up the boards for Zilm. Zilm lifts the stick and lets it come all the way down into the Fox Motors zone. Giorgio goes in on the forecheck. And good play by Boyer. Used his skate to break up the pass. Giorgio tries to backhand it to the front of the net. Gets put right back behind. Boyer comes back to help. Comes away with it. Sends it out the point to Rubis. Rubis down low for Zilm. Zilm's shot. That's blocked. Zilm pushes it towards the front. Loose puck sitting there. And that is picked up by the goalie and held on to. Giorgio took exception to his stick getting slashed out of his hand, so he tossed the other player's stick. Ref chuckled a bit. Blues send out Crowley, Bauer. Bauer's up front defensively. Komodowski, Miniman step on the ice. Offensive zone face-off will be to the left of the Fox Motors goaltender. It is won by the Blues. Bowers swings it around behind the boards all the way over to the far side to Komodowski. He goes down low for Bauer. Bauer, with the man on him, puts it behind the net. Fox Motors controls. They go back to the far side corner. Bauer intercepts it, puts it behind the net. Fox takes that one away too. They make an outlet pass to the center, and then they're going to bring it right back through, tipped down by Komodowski. Missed offsides call, then a hit by Komodowski, and heads up, wide open man, shot, pad save by Stutzer on another good heads up save. That was a good shot by the Fox Motors player. Then we got another man open shot, goal by Fox Motors. A little bit of a whole line fall there as they all kind of weren't going to the puck and let Fox Motors really control the gameplay there for a solid 30 seconds and culminated with a really good shot that beat Stutzer high glove. Bugner, Schneider, Harris up front now. Smith and Brooks on defense. Blues win the draw. Smith has it. He gets it up to Harris. Harris tips it in. Blues going on the forecheck. Goalie plays it behind the net. He puts it into the far side corner. Harris picks that up. He gets hit, shakes it off, maintains control. Bugner puts it back in deep. They're going to send it all the way around. That's going to go to the point to Brooks. Brooks holds. They glove it down. Brooks turns it, gets it to Bugner. Bugner pass to Harris far side, and here comes Harris and Schneider into the zone. Back to Bugner. Bugner shot on. What a save. And goalie's going to hang on to that one. No change in personnel for the Blues with 9:15 left here in the first. Tie game 1-1 after Fox was able to tie it up. Bugner, Harris, Schneider, Smith, and Brooks. Fox Motors wins it. Good hold at the line by Smith. He puts it in deep. Schneider goes in on the forecheck, breaks up the pass. Harris takes it away. He skates out of the corner, goes up to the point to Brooks. Brooks sends it towards the net. That's picked off. Fox Motors comes away with it. Their pass out of the zone picked off as well. Now Malachi Smith battles for it. Bugner comes in to help him out. And Schneider comes now to push. Bugner comes away with the puck. He goes far side for Brooks. Brooks to Harris. Harris has it knocked off of his stick. Schneider picks it up. He gets it knocked off of his stick. And then puck picked up by Malachi Smith as Fox Motors reclaims it. They send it all the way down in what should be icing, and it is. Blues send a wholesale line change out. Rubis, Peterson on defense. Spatansky, Wessel, Blanchard will be the forward unit. Offensive zone faceoff will be to the left of the Fox goaltender. Faceoff is a tie-up. Wessel battles in the corner for it. He puts it off the boards for Blanchard. Blanchard circles towards the center, sends it in front to Spatansky, who gets hit, can't get it through, and then they're going to send it all the way down, and that will be another icing against Fox Motors. We will do it again, this time from his right. Face-off won by Fox Motors into their own corner. They bring it to the near side, then reverse behind the back into the far corner. Spatansky hits his man. Fox Motors lead mans it. They've got a 2-on-2 coming through the neutral zone. They go right back up the middle. Good pass there. Good stick by Rubis to break it up. Blanchard gets it. He's going to skate it into the Fox Motors zone. Drops it for Spatansky. Spatansky out to Peterson. Peterson long shot, hits a shin pad, blocked there. Fox Motors brings it back out to the neutral zone. Blues regroup. Here comes Wessel. He takes it right up to the middle. Shot. That goes just over the blocker in the net. Spatansky picks up the loose puck. Tries to go to Wessel. He didn't see it coming. Wessel hits his man in the corner and holds the puck there as he gets punched. Again, no call. Now there's a battle in front. Wessel takes another punch. Fox Motors comes away with it. They try to clear far side, picked off by Peterson. He has it knocked off of his stick, goes to the far corner. Good stick lift by Zilm, who apparently just got on the ice. I didn't even see the change happen. And Blues are going to go to a penalty kill. They let 4 or 5 punches go in the corner, and then they call a weak trip against the Blues with 6:55 remaining here in the first. Blues will send out Giorgio and Boyer up front to penalty kill with Miniman and Komodowski on defense. Should be a shorthanded goal here. Let's see if they can pull it off. 4 yesterday for the Blues. Blues win the draw. Miniman sends it all the way around. Caught in the neutral zone by Fox Motors, so they'll have to regroup. They take it behind their own net. They lead man it. Goes right to Komodowski. Komodowski puts it back in and ices the puck. No change in personnel for the Blues after that icing. Defensive zone faceoff will be to the left of Stutzer. Faceoff won by Fox Motors. They send it out to the point. They send it the other side to the point. Back to the top of the far side circle. Pass to the front, hits off the shin pad of Boyer into the corner now. Fox Motors grabs it. They send it out to the point. They go to the far side point this time. Now to the near side circle. Back to the far point. Long shot gets through. Saved by Stutzer. Rebound goes to Miniman. Miniman off the boards to the neutral zone. Fox Motors reclaims it. They're going to bring it right back in. Big hit by, wow, what another bad call. That's a terrible call. Good shoulder-to-shoulder hit by Giorgio, and Chicago refs are taking it to us this game. We've had a good run the last couple games with solid officiating, and this young man is going to blow that whistle a lot, I think. Good, clean, solid contact, and goes to the box. So Spatansky, Smith, and Brooks will have to kill off a 5-on-3 here for 1:06, and then they'll have another minute, give or take, or 50-something seconds of power play for a 5-on-4. Fox Motors controls. They send it to the top of the near side circle, down low. They try to tip it on, goes behind the net off of Stutzer's stick as he made a good save. They send it out to the point, send it near side. That's out of the reach of everybody. Smith grabs it. He sends it around the boards. It goes out to the point, held in there. Smith, they go far side. Shot blocked by Brooks. Loose puck picked up. And thank you, ref, to give Fox Motors the lead here, as 2 terrible penalty calls put the Blues down a goal in this game. .5:27 left in the first. Fox Motors now leads 2-1 after that 5-on-3 power play goal. Minute 25 remaining in Giorgio's minor penalty. Blues win the face-off. Rubis flips it high in the air, goes all the way into the zone. Wessel battles for it. Spatansky picks it up. He goes up the boards for Wessel. Wessel throws it in deep. And Fox Motors will settle in the corner. They come up the near side boards, send it right back behind their own net, goes into the far corner. They send it forward. Spatansky picks it up, and it gets knocked off of his stick out to the neutral zone. Rubis grabs it, reverses, sends it up to Wessel. Wessel has it knocked off of his stick. Spatansky gives it right back to him, and they put it back into the Fox Motors zone. Fox Motors pass near side off the mark. Rubis steps up, knocks it off his stick, and then Spatansky gives it back to Rubis. Rubis circles, goes to Spatansky. Spatansky lets it go as he's going to go for a line change with 30 seconds left in this penalty kill. Fox Motors brings it far side. They are going to send it, or they brought it near side, then sent it far side. They got room, shot on, pad saved, rebound in front, multiple saves again by Stutzer, as Blues weren't clear in the front of the net, and they just sat there and whacked away at the loose puck for a while. Blues will send out Miniman and Peterson on defense. Boyer Zilm will be the offensive unit to kill the 17 seconds of number 17's penalty. Face off, won by the Blues. Their clearing attempt hits a shin pad. Fox Motors takes it back down low, now up to the point again. Down to the near side circle. Drop it down low into the corner. They go out to the point, long shot, that gets through. Another stick save by Stutzer and held on to for a whistle. Giorgio will join his line mates. We'll continue with Miniman and Peterson on defense. Puck goes into the corner. Giorgio battles for it. Miniman swings it around to Peterson. Peterson's going to skate it up, flips it forward, gets it to Boyer. Boyer tries to flip it to Zilm. It gets knocked off of his stick. Fox Motors comes, takes it away. They clear to the center. Giorgio holds that in. Fox Motors gets it right back. Giorgio takes it off his stick. Goes around one man, gives it to Boyer. Boyer puts it in deep. Blues go for a line change, or at least one do. They send it up the boards. Peterson holds, gets it to Zilm. Zilm out to Bauer, covering the point. Long shot, deflected on, loose puck in front. And Fox Motors comes away with it. They bring it to the near sideboards, give it back to their defensemen. They send it out to the neutral zone, hits off their player's stick. Peterson picks it up. He gives it to Bauer. Bauer back to Peterson. Peterson gets around one, shot on. Good save by the Fox Motors goalie again to keep this a one-goal lead for them. And loose puck comes out to Crowley. His shot hits a shin pad, goes behind the net. Bowers holds it in the corner. He shakes off a hit. Crowley comes in to help him out. Loose puck is held there on the sideboards. Bauer comes away with it out to the point to Miniman. Miniman back down low to Bowers. Back to Miniman. Over to Peterson. Peterson, long shot, gets through. Saved by the goalie again. Comes to Crowley. Crowley drops it to Bowers behind the net. Or Bauer. Bauer drops it for Peterson, who is breaking down the far side boards. He reverses, shakes off a couple players. He gets tripped. No call there. Bauer sends it around to the far corner to Crowley. Crowley sends it out to the point to Miniman. Miniman makes a move on the blue line. Right back to Crowley it goes. He takes it behind the net. Looks for a man. Reverses. Sends it behind the net for Bauer. Bauer skates it out now. Shot on. Rebound in front. No Blues can control it. Bowers picks it up off of their stick. He sends it out to the point to Miniman. Miniman back to Bauer. Bauer shot towards the net, deflects off something. Fox Motors picks it up, and they're going to just ice the puck. So a lot of pressure on that shift by the Blues, but couldn't get one into the back of the net. Blues will send out the Fugner, Schneider, Harris line up front. Brooks and Smith will be the defensive pairing.
Go Blue!
Fugner lines up to take this draw to the Fox Motors goaltender's right. They win it. Comes back out to Smith. He puts it down low to the boards for Schneider. Schneider makes a move. Gets it knocked off of his stick. Fox Motors brings it through the neutral zone now. They send it. The pass is behind the mark. They try to take a shot from the bottom of the circle. It's fanned on. Goes down low. Smith comes away with it. He battles. They knock it off his stick. Fox Motors comes away with it. They go into the far side corner. Send it towards the slot, knocked off the stick by Schneider, and that's going to go to the neutral zone. And here comes Fox Motors as they regroup. Good forecheck pressure there by the Blues, but Fox Motors able to get it back out. They get it around one. Brooks puts it into the near side corner. Harris comes away with it. He circles. He's going to bring it up near side. He goes to Fugner. Fugner has it bounce off of him. Gets it to Brooks. Brooks to Schneider. Schneider with space gets it. Oh, tries to hit Brooks in front. Goes just off of his stick and into the corner. Blues put it in deep to the far corner. Schneider first to it. Battles his man. Gives it to Harris. Harris out to the point to Fugner. Fugner down low for Schneider. Schneider back to Fugner. Oh, goes off his stick into the neutral zone. Brooks picks it up, goes to Smith. Smith's going to skate it in now. He drops for Harris. Harris gets around another man. He's got space. Takes it to the outside. Circles, reverses. Sauce pass to Smith. He's got room. Gets it knocked off of his stick. Rubis picks it up. Rubis down low for Harris. Harris back to Rubis. Rubis shot. That gets through right into the shield and logo of the goalie and holds on to it for a whistle with 7.6 seconds left. Shot towards the front by Wessel is held off, and that'll do it for the first period. So after what we can only describe as a lackluster start to this game, Blues are down 2-1 to Fox Motors. We'll be back for the second period here shortly. And we are ready to get this show on the road. 17 minutes go back up on the clock for the second period. As a reminder, we will stop the game halfway through the second period, closest whistle to the 8-minute mark, and we will have a Zamboni scrape. For those of you enjoying from home, we'll have another fun video for the scrape today, so stay tuned for that here at about the 8:30 mark. Blues will start this period with Spatansky, Wessel, Blanchard up front, Komodowski and Rubis on defense. Face off, won by Fox Motors. They're going to put it into the blue zone. Komodowski picks it up, takes it behind the net, reverses. He sends it up the boards to Blanchard. Blanchard lead mans it to Wessel. Wessel with one to beat. Long shot, that goes just over the net. Komodowski holds at the point. Oh, no, he doesn't hold and heads up. Here comes Fox Motors, 2-on-1 back in. Long shot, goal. Blues give up an odd man rush, and that equals another goal for Fox Motors, with the Blues down by 2 here early in the second period. Blues will change the line after that. They send out Giorgio, Boyer, Zilm up front. Defensively, we have Peterson and Miniman. Face off, won by Fox Motors. They tip it towards the blue zone. Peterson picks it up, puts it to their blue line. Fox Motors grabs it back. They go D to D. Now they outlet it far side. That's picked off by Miniman. Miniman up to Boyer. Boyer brings it into Fox Motors zone, hits off a stick as he tries to pass it around. Zilm grabs it, sends it behind the net for Boyer. Boyer takes it into the far side corner, cuts towards the middle. He has it knocked off of his stick. Peterson wraps it around the boards to Giorgio. Giorgio skates it back out to the top of the point. Right down the middle, has it knocked off of his stick. Peterson picks it up. Long shot, that gets through, pad save. Rebound picked up by Boyer, and Boyer sends it. And man, they are not going to call the late punches against Fox Motors today, but that's the fourth one. And they're just going to keep letting it go. Eventually, that will probably not be good for this game, because I don't think Blues are going to take many more of those. Giorgio lines up to take it. It is won by the Blues. Boyer sends it out to the point to Smith. Long shot. That deflects just wide of the net. Fox Motors sends it near side. They clear it up. Gets around Brooks. 3-on-2 coming the other way. Luckily, the pass is off the mark. They spin it through the middle. Picked up by Brooks. Brooks hits Zilm, and here comes Zilm and Boyer 2-on-1. Oh, pass to Boyer just off the mark, but Brooks picks it up. He sends it towards the net. Puck's lost in front. Rebound picked up by Giorgio. He takes a shot. Another save. Fox Motors comes away with it. They bring it into the neutral zone, and Giorgio gets back to break up the 3-on-2. Good shin pad block by Brooks. Breaks that up. Bowers picks it up. He goes far side for Bauer. That goes all the way, and they're going to say just out of the reach of Bauer. Nice. Nice shot by the goalie. Gets it right into the skates of the ref at the far end of the ice. 15:03 remaining here in the second. Blues send out Crowley, Bauer, Bowers up front. Komodowski and Rubis on defense. Face off, won by Fox Motors. They put it in deep, glove down by Rubis. He grabs it, so no hand pass. And it gets knocked off of his stick. Bowers comes in, knocks it back to Rubis. Rubis to Komodowski. Komodowski to Bauer. Bauer to Crowley. And here comes Crowley into the Fox Motor zone, puts it around one man, goes into the corner. Bowers picks it up, tries to go to the front, loose puck, and Crowley buries it from the side of the net. So Crowley from Bowers, as he picks up the rebound to get this back to a one-goal game with 14:35 left. So Crowley from Bowers, maybe Bauer, I'm not sure who got that puck down low, but we know for sure it was Bowers on the first assist. Blues will continue with the save five-man unit. Crowley, Bauer, Bowers up front. Komodowski, Rubis on defense. Face up, won by Fox Motors. They're going to put it in deep. That goes into the near side corner. Komodowski grabs it. His pass to Rubis is off the mark. Loose puck in front, picked up by Komodowski as they had a good scoring opportunity there, but fanned on it. Komodowski gets it back from Bowers. He takes it down low, brings it behind the net, sends it out to the point to Crowley, who's covering. Crowley cuts, goes down low for Rubis. Rubis skates it down and behind the net. Looking for somebody. Keeps skating. Long shot. That's blocked. And here comes Fox Motors right back into the neutral zone. Good play by Rubis to break that one up. He saw us pass it over to Komodowski. He's going to bring it back to the neutral zone. He takes it in deep again. Gets it knocked off of his stick, but he chases it down behind the net. Skates it out far side. Has it knocked off of his stick and heads up. Here comes another breakaway given up by the Blues and another goal. Another odd man rush turns into a goal against, so that puts Fox Motors back up by 2, bringing the score 4-2. The Blues send out Schneider, Fugner, Harris up front. Defensively, we'll have Miniman and Peterson. Fox Motors wins that face-off. Pass picked off by Miniman. He puts it in deep. Fox Motors comes right back away with it. They're going to bring it out near side now. Blues got to get back, and they're going to bring it in. Long shot on. That goes into the pad of Stutzer. Puck goes behind the net. Miniman plays it. Fans on it. Fox Motors picks it up. They're going to skate it out. They go to the center. Schneider tips it to the neutral zone, getting it out of the zone, but Fox Motors takes it right back. They're going to chip it in deep. Peterson goes behind. Miniman grabs it instead. He goes into the far side corner for Peterson. Peterson up the boards for Harris. Harris to Miniman. Miniman's going to bring it across. He brings it into the zone. He takes it down deep. He goes behind the net. Harris picks it up off of his stick. Harris brings it out. Goes to Miniman at the point. Miniman back to Harris. Harris skates it. He's got room. He gets it knocked off of his stick, and then he takes it right back. He takes it down lower, sends it out to the point to Peterson. Peterson back to Harris. It goes all the way behind the net. Schneider's going to chase that into the far corner. He gets it around his man. He tries to get it over to Peterson. Has to battle a Fox player. Peterson grabs it. Shot goes on net from the point. Easy glove save. 12:10 remaining here in the second period. Blues will send out Spatansky, Wessel, Blanchard up front. They win the face-off. Brooks gets it at the point. Shot on, pad save. Loose puck picked up by Blanchard. He goes back to, I believe that's Wessel. Wessel gives it to Brooks. Brooks puts it in deep to the far corner for Blanchard. He gets taken down. Again, no call. Blues aren't going to get any power plays today, I don't think. And Fox Motors takes into the near side corner now. Blanchard goes down again. Puck's pushed behind the net. They're going to swing it all the way around. Smith holds it the far blue line. Steps up, shot, that deflects on. Loose puck in front to Wessel. He tries to get the shot off, can't. Loose puck in front to Spatansky. Spatansky shot right into the logo, and that one is held on to. Blues will keep the same 5-man unit on. Fox Motors switches their lineup. Spatansky, Blanchard, Wessel, Brooks, and Smith. Face-off won by the Blues goes to Brooks. He sends it towards the net. That's off the mark. Now it's on the back of the cage, and we get another whistle. We'll do it again from the Fox Motor goalie's left. Offensive zone face-off for the Blues. Face-off is won by Fox Motors. They're going to bring it out near side. They flip it far side now. That's touchdown by a high stick. Blues are going to touch it first. Brooks sends it behind the net for Smith. Smith up the boards to Wessel. Wessel's going to bring it in. He's got Spatansky and Blanchard with him. Blanchard has it bounce off of his stick as he had a player all over him that goes to the far corner. Spatansky battles for it. Blanchard pulls it out, sends it to Smith. Smith, long shot. That goes just over the net. Brooks picks it up. He goes back down deep for Wessel. Wessel brings it back out to Brooks at the point. Brooks to Wessel. Wessel tries to one-touch it to the slot. It's picked off, and that puck comes all the way out. Here comes Fox Motors again. Long shot. Pad saved by Stutzer. Brooks puts it behind the net, Smith puts it behind the net for Brooks, and then Brooks is going to put it all the way out to Wessel. Wessel goes far side for Blanchard, and here comes Blanchard and Wessel in 2-on-1. Drops for Smith, and it's picked off. And Wessel hits his man in the neutral zone, takes the puck away, and he's going to turn right back around with it. Blues offsides by a mile there, no call. Blues make a line change. They send out Boyer, Giorgio, and Zilm. Rubis and Komodowski on defense. So Blues have changed up their defensive pairs this game. Face off, one back to Komodowski. He goes to Rubis. Rubis, long shot. That gets through. Pad save. Nobody in front to get the rebound. And here comes Fox Motors back through the neutral zone. They bring it in. Pass picked off by Giorgio, but reclaimed by Fox Motors. Giorgio gets it right back from them, puts it behind the net for Komodowski. Komodowski goes to the far side while nobody there. Zilm battles his man. Puck gets loose. Rubis picks it up. He's going to send it up. Boyer gets held up. No call. And they're going to say no icing as it goes all the way down. Fox Motors reclaims it. They bring it back to the neutral zone. Good step up by Rubis. Picks that off. He goes right back to Boyer. Boyer to Zilm. Zilm deflects it into the far corner. Fox Motors takes it away. They're going to bring it out near side. They send it off the glass. Giorgio steps up, hits his man. Komodowski pinches in, pushes it deep. They send it back out. That's going to clear to the neutral zone. Komodowski blows an edge. Boyer picks it up. He puts it back in. They're going to send it far side. Oh, assist by the ref for the Blues there. And Blues cannot control the puck right now. They're really struggling. And here comes Fox Motor. Long shot, shin pad save. Zilm picks it up. He leads mans it to Boyer. Boyer brings it into the zone, turns on the speed, slows down now. He gets held up, still has the puck, drops it for Peterson. Peterson down low for Rubis. That's not Rubis, that's Giorgio. Loose puck picked up, sent out to Zilm. Zilm down low for Giorgio. Giorgio on the sideboards. Tries to go back to Zilm. That pass is picked off, and here comes Fox Motors back to the neutral zone. And shot on, pad save, pushed to the far side corner by Stutzer. And Fox Motors again with the pressure. They pass to the front. Blues get a stick on that. Ian Bowers grabs the loose puck, goes to Miniman. Miniman tries to shovel it to Peterson. Fox Motor picks up, loose puck, shot and goal. Wow. So that's going to do it for the first half of the second period. We will have a Zamboni break and then back for the remainder of this soon. Enjoy our newest video. And we are ready to get this second period resumed with 8 minutes remaining on the score clock. Blues are going to start this period with Fugner, Schneider, Harris up front. Defensively, Rubis and Peterson are back together. Fugner lines up to take this center ice draw. It is won by Fox Motors. They go D to D just inside their own blue line. They're going to clear it out. That goes all the way down, and that will be icing against Fox Motors. Blues will have an offensive zone face-off to the left of the Fox Motors goalie. No change in personnel.
Go, Blue!
Face-off won by Fugner. He gives it to Rubis. Rubis back to Fugner. Far side to Peterson. Peterson back to Rubis. Rubis shot. That gets through. Hits the player right at the end. Deflects in front. Fox Motor brings it back out. They're going to bring it all the way into the Blues zone. Shot deflects off the Blues defender. Rubis grabs it. Sends it behind the net to Peterson. Peterson's going to skate it out. He has it bounce off his stick. Schneider tips it forward to Harris. Harris puts it in deep. Fugner's going to go battle far sideboards. He puts it down low for Schneider. Schneider takes it out of the corner. He goes out to the point to Rubis. Rubis to Peterson. Peterson tips it down low. Fox Motors comes away with it. Their clear is held in at the point by Peterson. His shot deflects off something. Harris picks it up on the far sideboard. Schneider comes in to help him out. Harris edges the puck towards the defenseman. And it finally comes out. Rubis comes away with it. Down low for Fugner. Back to Rubis. He can't get the shot off. Comes out to the point. And net is dislodged, so we have a whistle. Blues send out Spatansky, Blanchard, Wessel up front. Brooks and Smith, the defensive pair. Face-off is won by Fox Motors. They bring it in 2-on-1. Good stick by Smith. Breaks up the pass to the trailing player. Spatansky grabs it, puts it into the near side corner for Brooks. Brooks is going to skate it out. Skates it through the neutral zone. Tips it around somebody. It goes into the corner. He gets it back, pushes it to the far corner. Spatansky goes in on the forecheck. He wins that battle, gets the puck, goes to Wessel. Wessel to Smith, long shot. That gets through, saved by the goalie. Loose puck picked up, goal by Wessel. Wessel from Smith to bring this back to a 2-goal game. So it's now 5-3 Fox Motors. As Wessel picks up the rebound on the Smith shot from the point and buries it. Blues will send out a fresh 5-man unit. Miniman Komodowski will be on defense. The forward unit is Giorgio centering Boyer and Zilm. Face-off, won by the Blues. Boyer gives it to Miniman. He goes to his partner Komodowski. Komodowski brings it across the red line, puts it in deep, takes a hit for his trouble. Goes behind the net. Zilm hassles his man. Giorgio behind, hits his man. Fox Motors comes away with it. They clear it up near side. Then they flip it towards the center. It comes back. Boyer hits his man. Fox Motors comes away with it. They're going to bring it into the Blues zone. They go to the outside, get around Zilm. They go down low. Knocked off the stick by Miniman. Giorgio picks it up, sends it forward to Zilm. It's out of his reach as Fox Motor reclaims it. Giorgio swats it off of his stick, puts it in deep. Boyer steps up, holds it. Giorgio gets it, puts it in deep. Blues go for a change as Boyer jumps off the ice. Fox Motors controls. They bring it up the near side boards. They go far side with it. Picked off by Miniman. Miniman crosses the red line, puts it back in deep. Him and Komodowski go for a change. Bauer picks it up in the corner. He skates it out, tries to go far side, hits Bowers. Bowers shot on, stick save, pushed to the near side corner. Bauer hits his man. Bowers picks up the loose puck, goes behind the net. Crowley's going to be first man to that puck in the corner. He turns, takes the hit. Bauer comes in to help him, pulls the puck out, takes it behind the net, reverses, back up, tries to go to Rubis at the point. It gets tipped around him, and Peterson has to hurry to get back to keep him to the outside. Peterson hits him, knocks the puck off his stick. excuse me, sends it behind the net. And puck's bobbled. Fox Motors pushes it back in. Peterson has to race for that. He gets it to Rubis. Rubis's pass up is just outside the blue line. No call of offsides. And here comes Fox Motors back with it as they take it right back off the blue player's stick. They send it all the way around. Bowers in a foot race for it. Lifts the stick. Puck goes into their zone. Fox Motors comes away with it. They take it behind their net. Blues start a line change. Better hurry. And they're going to bring it all the way in. They go towards the center. Rubis picks that up. Rubis goes to Bowers. Bowers has a bounce off of his stick. They put it right back in deep. And Rubis controls. He goes up to Bowers again. Bowers goes to Schneider. Schneider has a bounce off his stick. Peterson picks it up. He takes it in deep. Tries to go to Bugner. Bounces past him. Good stick by Rubis. Breaks that up. They put it back in deep, and Harris goes in on the forecheck. Schneider now goes backside. Bugner pushes him to the corner, hits him, knocks it off his stick. Harris comes in, battles his guy. Schneider's going to go down. They flip it up the boards. Schneider holds it down low for Harris. Harris takes it behind the net. He goes out to the point to Smith. Smith to Brooks. Brooks, quick shot towards the net, goes to the side. Bugner picks it up. He skates it back out, drops it for Brooks. Brooks sends it towards the front, picked off, and here comes Fox Motors 2-on-2 through the neutral zone. Good stick by Bugner, breaks that play up, and now Smith goes into the corner, knocks his man off it. Bugner sends it up to Schneider. Schneider sends it to Brooks. Brooks tips it around a man, gets it to Harris, and here comes Harris and Brooks. Oh, what a good play by the defender to knock that off Harris's stick as he has to retrieve it from the sideboards. Harris puts it around deep. Wessel, fresh on the ice, grabs it in the far corner. He gets hit, but maintains control. Gets it down to Spatansky, right back to Wessel, and now they clear far side. Smith steps up, hits his man. Blanchard picks up the loose puck, gives it to Brooks. Brooks going to skate it out near side. He goes far side, right up the gut for Wessel. Wessel shot on right into the midsection and held on to by the Fox Motors goalie for another good save. Blues finish the line change. They get a new defensive pair of Komodowski and Miniman. Spatansky, Blanchard, Wessel will continue as the forward unit. Face off, won by the Blues, back to Komodowski. He skates it down low. Goes to the front of the net. Blanchard tries tipping it in, goes behind. They push it to the far corner. Blanchard goes for it. They're going to chip it around him. Goes out to the neutral zone. Miniman and Wessel back. They send it far side. Wow, bouncing puck. He couldn't get a stick on it, otherwise he would have had a break. Komodowski has it up the boards for Wessel. Wessel chips it around a defender into the neutral zone. And here comes Fox Motors right back into the blue zone. Bring it to the outside. They send it towards the net. Hits the skate of Komodowski. He grabs it, reverses, has it knocked off of his stick. Fox Motor comes away with it. Man open in front. Shot and another goal. So Fox scores again. That puts them back up by 3. So 6-3 lead for Fox Motors. Blues send out Giorgio, Zilm, Boyer up front. Defensively, we'll have Peterson and Rubis. Face off, won by the Blues. Boyer grabs it, puts it in deep. They go in on the forecheck. It goes to the far corner. Zilm first to the puck. Protects it as he has a man come for him. Giorgio knocks it off of the stick. Gets it towards the center. It gets knocked off his stick. Peterson holds, but it comes out and heads up. Here's a 2-on-1. Good play by Peterson to break that up. Here comes Giorgio with numbers. He gets around the last man. He gets tripped. And Blues are going to go to their first power play of the game, as they still control, though. Peterson sends it over to the front of the net. Shot goes on, and they're going to blow the whistle even though they didn't control it. So Blues will go to the power play with 1:01 left here in the second period. Tripping penalty has been assessed. Blues will have Spatansky, Wessel, Blanchard up front, Rubis and Peterson on defense. Blues need one here, as this one is probably not what they talked about in the locker room before the game. Face-off won by Fox Motor. Goalie plays it behind the net. Defenseman swings it up the boards. Rubis holds, and it gets past him, so he has to reclaim it in the neutral zone. He reverses. He blows an edge, picks up the puck, sends it to Peterson. Peterson's going to go for a skate. He brings it across the red line. He takes it in, drops it for Spatansky. Spatansky to Wessel. Wessel shot on. That goes just wide. Spatansky picks up the loose puck. He sends it up the boards to Wessel. Wessel to Rubis. Rubis back to Wessel. Wessel shot. That hits the crossbar and goes into the netting. Blues send out Smith and Brooks to join this Spatansky line on the power play. Minute 26 remaining in that. 27.9 seconds remaining here in the second period. Blues win the faceoff back to Smith. He drops it down low for Wessel. Right back to Smith. Back to Wessel again. Wessel back to Smith. Shot. That's high of the net again. Brooks picks up the loose puck. Pass across is too hard for Wessel to handle. He picks it back up. Shot. Rebounds in front. Good save again by the Fox goalie. They're going to send it around far side. Brooks holds it. 4 seconds left. 3. Long shot gets through. Rebound in front. And that's going to do it for the second period as the Fox Motors goalie was able to fight off that late surge. Fox Motors leads 6-3 going into the third period. We'll be back here shortly to get that started. And we are ready to get this third period underway. Blues have a lot of ground to make up. They're going to start this period with Giorgio, Boyer, Zilm up front. Defensively, Smith and Brooks will be out. 58 seconds remaining in the Blues power play. And here we go. Face-off won by Fox. They take it back to their point. They cross the red line. It hits off a stick. They try to glove it down. Picked off by Giorgio. Giorgio makes a move. He goes far side to Boyer. Boyer brings it in near side. Boyer pulls up, sends it to the blue line. Fans on the pass. Man, that's 2 fan passes in a row. Out to Smith now. Smith over to Giorgio. Giorgio down low for Zilm. Zilm back out to Giorgio on the far boards. He sends it to Smith. Smith back to Giorgio. Giorgio shot on. Rebound in front. Loose puck. Brooks sends a slap shot. That goes wide of the net. Giorgio picks it up on the far point. He goes out to Smith. Smith back to Giorgio. Misses him. Giorgio picks it up. Goes to Zilm. Back out to Giorgio one more time. Out to Smith now. Smith back to Giorgio. Man open. Shot off the crossbar. Rebound picked up. Another save by the goalie. Puck is in the near side corner. Boyer tries to pick it up. They knock it off of his stick. They're going to bring it around far side. Now they reverse. They're going to take it back behind. They send it off the boards. Brooks holds it in, goes down low for Boyer. Boyer chips it deep into the corner for Zilm. Puck is knocked up in the air. Fox Motors comes away with it. They try to clear to the point. Smith kneels down and holds it, but then it squirts past. Giorgio grabs it. Boyer gets it from Brooks. Brooks back to Smith. Smith sends it cross corner dumping. Blues making a line change. Bugner first to the puck. They're going to clear it up. Schneider kicks it in. Then he hits his man. They clear again. This time they hit it out of the zone. Harris knocks it down. He's going to bring it in. He takes a shot. Wow, what a save there. Schneider breaks up the clearing attempt, and then they get it right back. They send it in front of their own net. Schneider misses his hit, goes into the boards weird. Fox Motor clears it out. They go give and go pass, and now they clear it, and they're going to put it deep into the zone. Komodowski picks that up behind the net, reverses for Fugner. Fugner tips it forward for Harris. Harris threw his legs to Schneider. Here comes Schneider and Fugner 2-on-1. Long shot, blocker save into the corner. Schneider holds the puck in the corner. Fox Motors comes away with it. Good forecheck by Harris. And they're going to chip it around Miniman. That's going to go all the way down. And icing against Fox Motors. Blues send out a fresh unit. Crowley, Bowers up front. Defensively, we'll have Rubis and Peterson. Face off, won by the Blues, back to Rubis. Rubis long shot, deflects over the net, goes into the far side corner. Bauer there has it knocked off of his stick. They clear out. It's going to go all the way down. They wave off the icing as it went right past Peterson. Rubis hits his man, and puck goes into the corner. And wow, Fox Motor comes away with it, gets a shot off. Good heads-up save by Stutzer there. Rubis controls behind the Blues net. He's going to skate it out near side. He goes up far side for Bauer. Bauer brings it into the zone on the far sideboards, goes down into the far corner with it. He has two players on him. Bowers comes in to help him. He goes out to Peterson. Peterson shot, hits the skate of Crowley in front, goes to the corner. Rubis grabs it in the corner. He tries to send it back to the front. That one's blocked as well. Bowers knocks it off his stick, gets it back to Rubis. Rubis gets it, tries to put it back in. And finally, Crowley able to grab it, but Fox Motor takes it from him. Good skate by Bowers. And finally, Fox is able to clear the zone. Peterson picks it up and reverses. His pass hits a stick. Bowers has it. He fights off a man as Crowley comes to help him out. Fox Motors puts it back into the Blues zone. Rubis has it. Rubis sends it forward to Wessel. Wessel around a man to Bowers. Bowers tries chipping it in. Fox Motors grabs it, and they put it right back in deep, and they go for a change. Peterson holds on to the puck in the corner. He goes behind the net for Rubis. Rubis goes up to Spatansky. Spatansky has a chip off of his stick, and then he blocks the next one and heads up. Here comes Fox as they take it right back. They bring it in, take it to the outside. Good play by Smith to push him there. And Blues come away with the puck. They lead man it to Wessel. Wessel stops and makes a move, gives it far side for Smith. Smith's shot. Whoa, what a good save again by the Fox goalie. They send it all the way around. Brooks grabs it, shot towards the net, deflects just over. Blanchard behind the net, battles his man. They grab it. They're going to bring it out near side. They go off the boards. Good hold by Smith on the line. Good hold by Blanchard. And finally, Fox able to clear it out, and they're going to bring it in. Long shot on net, gloved aside by Stutzer. Thought about playing it, and he's going to hold on to it. 12:18 remaining here in the third period. Blues down 6-3 in what can only be described as a pretty frustrating game. We hope you enjoyed the video in between the Zamboni break of the second period. Blues lose that draw. Fox Motors gets it to their point. They put it back in deep, picked off by Giorgio. Giorgio has his clearing attempt off the boards, blocked by a shin pad. Miniman sends it behind the net for Komodowski. Komodowski far side hits Boyer. Boyer, Giorgio, Zilm 3-on-2, and great stick by Fox Motors, and here they come with numbers the other way again. They make a move. Good stick by Komodowski, breaks that up. He sends it behind the net to Miniman. Miniman up to Zilm. Zilm, he's going to skate it in, drops it for Giorgio. Giorgio has it stripped off of his stick, but he takes it right back, and then he bobbles it, but Boyer's there for it. Boyer shot on, loose puck, goes to the far sideboard. Giorgio picks it up, goes out to the point to Komodowski. Komodowski back into the near side corner for Boyer. Boyer reverses off a hit, takes it behind the net, tries to take a shot from the side, loose puck, picked up by Fox. Giorgio hits his man. Another terrible call.
Late call.
Wow, that is terrible. That is two of the worst body checking calls I've ever seen. And they're both against Jackson. That is horrific. So this is apparently non-contact hockey, is what the refs think, not second-year Bantam AAA. So back to Pee Wee B3 rules, everybody at home. Blues will send out Wessel and Blanchard up front, or I'm sorry, Wessel and Spatansky up front. Defensively, we have Komodowski and Miniman. Fox Motors controls. They put it deep into the Blues corner. Komodowski hits his man. Puck is picked up by Fox Motors anyways. They take it into the far side corner. Miniman breaks that up. They clear up the boards, and they come away with it. Wessel strips it, gets around one, gets it to the red line. They take it right back, and then it's pushed deep into the Fox Motors zone. Fox Motors controls. They send it behind their own net. Blues retreat back out to their penalty killing positions. Wessel keeps them honest. They're going to send it up the near side boards. Wessel all over him, pushes him back down below his own goal line. They're going to send it up the near side boards, skate towards the center, across the red line. They're going to bring it into the Blues zone. They take it to the outside. Get around another loose puck picked up by Spot. He tips it forward for Wessel, and here comes Wessel as he sends it over to a streaking Spatansky who buries it. Spatansky with another shorthanded goal. He had 3 yesterday with the Admirals. And now his first of this game is Wessel made a wicked pass to Spatansky, who had a wide open breakaway and buries it high glove on this solid Fox Motors goaltender.
Go!
Blues have Boyer and Blanchard now up front. Rubis and Peterson on defense after that shorthanded goal. Fox Motors puts it into the Blue zone. Peterson grabs it. He reverses up the boards, hits it off the glove of a Fox Motors player. They're going to have to retrieve it in their own zone. They're going to bring it near side. Rubis blows another edge. Worked out well as he took the puck away while he was going down. And then Peterson ices the puck. Blues will send out a fresh defensive unit. They have Brooks and Smith jumping.
Go, Blue!
Boyer, Blanchard continue up front. Face off, won by Fox Motor out to the point. They go D to D. They reverse on the blue line. Now they put it low to the circle. Far side, wide open shot. What a save by Stutzer. Loose puck picked up by the Blues, swung around the boards. That's going to come all the way out to the neutral zone. They tip it back forward. Boyer holds on to it as he's going to burn some more of this penalty time. He puts it in deep. And Fox Motors regroups in their own zone. They go behind their own net. Blanchard all over him, breaks up that play. They send it out. Malachi Smith breaks it up, but here they come 3-on-2 back into the Blues zone. Good back check by Smith. He gets back, hits his man, and takes a penalty. What another bad call. And that's going to go all the way down, and that will be an icing. What are they doing? It's still icing, still got to blow the whistle. They're going to play tic-tac-toe for a while. They send it near side. They're going to bring it into the Blue zone. Another hit by Smith. That puck goes behind the net. Touched by Blues, no call, and Stutzer's finally able to cover it. Well, clearly the officiating today is maybe from the Detroit side of things. Maybe they came to this tournament by invitation, but they're special. Certainly getting the Chicago experience up here at Arctic Ice Arena today, as the Blues have been penalized several times for what we would consider to be fairly weak calls, and The cross checks and punches to the face the other way are completely okay. So we're back to the penalty kill. Spatansky, Wessel out again. Blues are going to strip the puck behind the net. Miniman sends it hard off the boards. Spatansky picks it up, hits it off of a Fox Motors player. That puck comes out. They're going to reverse it near side. They're going to bring it right back in. They go around one, pass to the top of the circles off the mark. They got to circle and grab that. Then they put it down low. Komodowski there for it. He chips it out, and here comes Wessel on a semi-break. The goalie's going to come play this one. He sends it up, passes it right to Wessel, goes off of the goalie's stick into the front. Spot can't get to the puck, and here comes, they're going to reverse it. They go up the boards. They send it up far side. They're going to bring it back into the blue zone. And 14 from Fox Motors is getting a misconduct. He sent out. Now we have Fox Motor fans getting tossed. As how you could possibly say the refs have been doing anything bad to them is unreal. Fox Motors' dad has just been tossed. And the fact that they can complain about any of the officiating is shocking. Fox about to get a bench minor too. They're going to sit here and yell at the ref. The ref getting frustrated. So we'll have some 4-on-4 hockey for 1:06, and Blues will have a 54-second power play. Spatansky wins that draw to Rubis. Rubis over to Peterson. Peterson down low for Spatansky. Spatansky makes a move. He drops it for Peterson right back to Spatansky. He's got a man on him. He holds on to the puck, though, as he has to bury it into the boards. Wessel comes away with it. Wessel back to Peterson. Peterson's shot's blocked, and it's going to come out to the neutral zone. Blues have to regroup. Wessel grabs it. He's going to bring it back. He gives it to Rubis. Rubis brings it in. He sends it down low. Spatansky's going to go in on the forecheck. That goes into the far corner. Spatansky holds that one up. He gets put down. There's another penalty not called as they punched him in the head. Peterson to Rubis. Rubis to Wessel. Wessel shot on. Good save again. And that should be a nettle penalty for Fox as another punch in the head. I think they have lost all good grace with the officiating now, and they're going to start calling all those. So Blues will go to a 4-on-3 power play for 18 seconds, and then a 5-on-3 power play right after that. Blues send out Harris and Giorgio up front. Miniman and Rubis will be on defense. Getting a little crowded in the Fox Motors penalty box. They got 2 players plus a goalie in there. And refs are waiting for the penalty to go up on the clock. And we're ready. So 4-on-3 hockey for the Blues for 18 seconds. Face-off won by the Blues out to Miniman. Miniman goes to Rubis. Rubis back to Miniman. Miniman shot on. Glove save held on to. As we're going to do it again, this time from the goalie's left. 6 seconds remaining in the Malachi Smith minor penalty. Giorgio lines up to take this one. It is won by Fox Motors. He wipes out, blows an edge. Miniman picks it up with space, shot on, and another save. And that one is held on to. As as Blues penalty expires, so Blues will have a 5-on-3 power play for the next
Let's go, Blues.
51 seconds. Then they'll have about another 40 seconds or so, a 5-on-4. Hopefully we can get a couple goals here. Miniman gets it from Rubis. Rubis gets it right back. He goes to Boyer. Boyer shot on goal by Boyer. Boyer from Rubis and Miniman. 5-on-3 power play goal to bring this back to within 1. Blues power play will continue for another minute 31. 5-on-4 this time. Blues will keep Giorgio, Zilm, Boyer up front. Brooks and Komodowski are the defensive pair. Face off, won by the Blues. Boyer's going to bring it near side into the zone. He gets to the outside. He pulls up, sends it out to the point to Komodowski. Komodowski to Brooks. Brooks back to Komodowski. Back to Brooks one more time to Giorgio. Giorgio with space. Shot. That deflects into the netting. And we'll have an offensive zone face-off to the right of the Fox Motors goalie with 6:06 remaining in the third. Minute 14 remaining in the Blues power play.
Good boys.
Giorgio lines up to take this one again. No change in personnel for the Blues. Face off one to Komodowski. He goes to his partner Brooks. Brooks back to Komodowski. He skates it down low, circles. He goes to Giorgio, far side. Giorgio down low for Zilm. Zilm to Giorgio. Giorgio fans on the one-timer. Goes to Brooks. Brooks gets it right back from Giorgio. Giorgio to Komodowski. Komodowski down low for Zilm. Zilm to Boyer in front. Fans on the shot. And a good hold at the line is broken up by Fox Motors as Blues have to regroup. Komodowski circles. He drops it for Giorgio. Giorgio is going to bring it in near side down the boards. Drops it for Boyer. Boyer takes the hit, and puck is cleared out, and they're going to push it into the Blues zone. Brooks picks it up. He's reversing back to Komodowski. Komodowski, it's out of his reach, but he still picks it up. He's going to bring it in with space, goes to the outside, circles in the corner, sends it out to Smith. Smith, long shot, that's blocked, and heads up, it's a foot race as, wow, good back check by the Blues, and Komodowski picks that up. He goes forward to Boyer, and here comes Boyer and Zilm 2-on-2 into the zone. Drop pass for Giorgio. Giorgio to the outside, shot on, blocked, goes behind the net. Boyer picks it up. He goes out front, tries to hit Zilm. Zilm lets it go all the way to the point. Smith gets it from his partner Peterson. Peterson shot on, or that's Smith shot on, and right into the pads and held on to and saved. 4:39 remaining here in the third. Blues will make a forward unit line change as Fugner, Harris, and Schneider jump the boards. Defensively, we'll have Peterson and Smith. Offensive zone face-off will be to the left of the Fox goaltender. Face-off won by Fugner. Back to Smith. Takes a long shot. Hits a stick. Goes into the far corner. Schneider hits his man in the corner. Holds it there. Harris comes in to help him out. Steals the puck. Harris tries to put it in front. Nobody home for the Blues. And they get the pinch around Peterson. Peterson hits his man. Gets the puck to Schneider. Schneider puts it in. That's going to go all the way to the far corner. Fugner goes in on it. He knocks it off the stick. They're going to send it up the boards. That's held in at the point by Schneider. Picks up the loose rebound. Harris gets it over to Fugner. Backhand, no shot can get off. They put it back behind the net. Schneider gets it. He puts it back lower for Fugner. Gets knocked off of his stick. Harris takes it away. Harris sends it to Fugner. Fugner shoots and scores! Fugner from Harris to tie this game up with 3:55 left in the third period. Blues make a full line change. They send out Spatansky, Blanchard, Wessel up front. Defensively, Miniman and Rubis step on the ice. Face off, won by Fox. They're going to push it deep into the zone. Miniman goes for it. Miniman knocks it off his stick. He's going to reverse it behind the net for Rubis into the far corner. Rubis picks it up, goes up the boards to Wessel. Wessel chips it forward for Spatansky, and here comes Spatansky and Blanchard 2-on-1. Blanchard gets it shot. That gets on net. What a good save again. Another good save by the Fox goaltender on the 2-on-1 attempt. And unfortunately, the guy that likes to yell about late hits is no longer in the stands, but I'm sure he would have liked that late hit by his team against the Blues. No penalties called. Same line. Spatansky ties up his man. Ooh, quick grab by Wessel. Quick shot on, and good heads-up save by the Fox goaltender again as Wessel rifled that through traffic right off the face-off, and he was there for it. Face-off won by the Blues. Spatansky battles for it, makes a move, gets it to Wessel. Wessel shot. Oh, it hits Blanchard, goes over the net. Wessel picks it back up. He tries to go the front to Spatansky. They clear it out to the neutral zone. Blanchard angles his man off the puck. Spatansky picks up the loose one. They're going to bring it in. Drop for Wessel. Wessel tries to go to Blanchard. It's off the mark. Fox Motors comes away with it, and they're coming back to the neutral zone with numbers. They go far side. It bounces off their stick. Rubis grabs it. He's going to go for a skate. He brings it near side, takes it into the zone. He puts it in deep. Spatansky's going to go in the forecheck far corner. He gets to the puck first. He's going to hold it there and wait for help. And they try to clear it. Hits right off Spatansky. Wessel there pushes it back into the corner, and then he holds it with his skate as they try to clear it. Fox finally gets it. Blanchard comes in, knocks off his stick. Wessel has it. Wessel shot towards the front. Bouncing puck goes just wide. Fox picks it up. They're going to bring it up the middle. They go for a skate. And here they come into the blue zone. They take it to the outside. Held up by Miniman, and the puck's going to come all the way up to the blue line. Good hold by their man just getting on the ice. Boyer breaks up the next one. They're going to send it up the boards. Blanchard tips it in, and they're going to say no icing. These refs are really not in the same page. The back ref is saying no icing, and the other guy just keeps blowing the whistle. Blues finish the line change. Giorgio, Boyer, Zilm up front. Brooks and Komodowski on defense. Giorgio lines up to take this draw. Face-off is won by the Blues, picked over by Fox. Blues come back away with it. Boyer grabs it, pushes it around, takes the hit. Fox takes the puck away. They're going to clear it to the neutral zone. A little give and go pass behind the back. Boyer gets back, breaks that up. Zilm backhands it to Giorgio. Giorgio has it knocked off of his stick, and then the Blues can't hold up, and they go in offsides.
Go, Blue!
Face-off, won by the Blues, back to Komodowski. He goes near side for Zilm. Zilm tries to tip it in. It gets blocked, and Fox Motors comes back away with it. Good seam pass, long shot, blocked by Komodowski. He grabs the puck, takes it behind the Blues net, reverses up to Boyer, far side. Boyer hits Zilm on a far stretch pass, and here comes Zilm to the outside. Long shot, pad save, rebound in front, no Blues there. They try to clear, hits a seam in the glass. Komodowski holds at the line and then heads up 2-on-1 the other way, offsides by several feet. What a great back check by Boyer, and then, wow. Fox takes it away and scores. Offside by several feet, no call, and wow. That's really bad. Offsides by a solid 5 feet, and refs are not paying attention. That's terrible, terrible reffing.
Although according to
I know. You guys have 6, right?
7-6. Offsides. That's all I'm going to say.
Face-off drop. Schneider brings it into the zone, takes it to the outside, shot on, hits the outside of the goalie's pad, rebound sits in front, and their clearing attempt is deflected out of the bench. Good quick shot there by the Blues. Better save by the Fox goaltender. Blues make a line change. They send out Spatansky, Blanchard, Wessel up front. Face-off won by Fox Motors into the corner. Wessel all over it. They clear to the zone. Held in by Peterson. He puts it back in deep. Wessel's going to chase this one behind the net. He claims it gets it to the front. Loose puck. Blues can't control it. Fox Motors grabs it and sends it back out. And here comes Peterson with it. He goes up to Blanchard. Blanchard kicks it in. How can you possibly call? Wow. Wow. Literally deflects off a Blanchard skate, and they call it icing. And that will be a timeout for the Blues as they trail late here against Fox Motors. We'll be back for the remainder of this game here shortly. And we are ready to get this game finished. Blues will continue with Spatansky, Blanchard, Wessel up front. Peterson and Smith will be the defensive duo, so we've changed defensive pairs again here late in the game.
She's just holding calm down.
So there is some confusion about the score in this game. We had it at 6-6. They're saying it's 7-7. I'm not sure what's going on. Blues are able to clear the zone. Spatansky gets it to Blanchard. Blanchard brings it in. Gets knocked off of his stick, goes behind the net. Spatansky hits his man. They're going to clear it up the boards. Smith holds. Gets it down to Blanchard. Blanchard takes it behind the net. It gets knocked off of his stick. He pushes it to the corner for Spatansky. Spatansky loses it, and here comes Fox Motors with it with 10 seconds as they're going to put it in deep. And it's going to be brought up by Peterson. He goes off the boards to Wessel, and that's going to do it. And I think they're saying that this game is tied. I don't know what's going on, but they're saying something weird is going on. The only thing we can think of is they missed a goal or we missed a goal. I don't know. There's been so many, it's hard to keep track, but they're saying it's 7-7. So now they're saying the Blues lost, but that changes how we would have finished the game. And Fox Motors with an absolutely classless act at the end, as usual for a team out of Detroit. And I hope we catch them again so we can beat them 12-0. Terrible sports, just like their parents. And that's going to do it for this one. We'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. for a game against the Washington Little Capitals. Until then, we'll see ya.